I'm Ree, welcome back to my channel, Mummy of Four Does Disney. In today's video, I am talking about the things that you must organise before you travel on a Disney Magic at Sea UK staycation. Myself and my family will be travelling this summer, so make sure you stick around and subscribe for all the vlogs when we travel. But if you are due to travel on one of these cruises, either this one, which this video is specific to the UK staycation, but lots of the things you need to organise will apply whichever Disney cruise you're travelling on or whichever trip you're travelling on for that matter. One of the first things you're going to want to think about is what you're going to need to pack. Now I have created this video which has got a full list of all the things you need to think about organising ready for packing, so check out that video after this one. And I have got some Disney bound outfit ideas videos already on my channel, plus lots of actual outfit planning videos coming on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed for those. So I'm just going to mention packing briefly, but we're not going to dive deep into packing in this things you need to get organised video because there's so much else to talk about. So one of the things you need to organise is your online check-in, which is 30 days before you're due to sail. For this you will need to upload your identification documents if you're over the age of 18. Over 18s can use a valid UK passport or driver's licence, and these documents need to be uploaded during the online check-in. The other thing you're going to need to do is to upload proof that you are fully vaccinated. Now, if you saw this video over on my main channel, you'll know that I recently had my second vaccination, which I was thrilled about because we will actually be allowed to travel. We booked the cruise like many people did, I think, having had our first vaccination with a view to hopefully having had our second vaccination by the time we were due to sail. We would have been devastated if we'd had to cash in on Disney's cancellation policy if we hadn't been fully vaccinated. So in England, I believe you can do it through an app, the NHS app, but in Wales, we were relying just on those little rubbishy cards that they give you when you get vaccinated up until recently. But I think the day, or perhaps the day after I got vaccinated, the Welsh Government announced that you can now go on to their website and apply for a document which proves that you're fully vaccinated. It's under emergency travel, but it was quite straightforward to do. They wanted photo ID for me to upload. Obviously I had that on hand ready to do online check-in anyway. They wanted my NHS number, which obviously I got hold of all our NHS numbers when we changed surgeries because we moved last year. So that was great. I already had that to hand, but you may need to phone your doctor's surgery in order to get your NHS number if you need to do this in Wales. And then it actually scanned your face. So you can't apply for this document, say for your partner, if they're not with you, because you need to upload the document and then the phone or the website, whatever it is, uses your camera and scans your face to check that you really are the person who you say you are. So make sure you've got all of that organised and ready to go for online check-in. Other things you can book at 30 days before would be your included items, such as the slot where you're going to go and watch the show. The show is the Disney Dreams show. Can't wait to see it. It looks absolutely beautiful. You can book your kids into the kids club. And then of course there are other payable, bookable activities that you can book before the 30-day window. Things like drinks experiences, bibbidi bobbidi boutique, all those kind of things. Let me know if you want to see a video specifically about bookable things, like bookable extras or things that you can choose to book after the 30-day window. The other thing you're going to want to organise is PCR tests for anyone under 18 in your party. Now this is something I haven't organised yet, so this is absolutely on my to-do list, but in order to travel, your children who have not been vaccinated will have to have a negative PCR test as well as a negative lateral flow test for all members of your party when you arrive at the port. Let me know, have you organised the PCR test for your family yet? Who did you book it with? Did you go through the people that Disney recommend? Have you gone through somewhere else? Let me know in the comments. The other thing you're going to need to book will be your meal time slots. So you need to decide if you want the main sitting or the late seating. When I booked the cruise, we were randomly allocated the later seating. Now I have 4 children, all of which normally eat at 5 o'clock. So I have switched that over to the main seating for our dining. And then obviously the night we book the show, I will go for the later option of the show. If you want to book photo passes or photo sessions, then they're worth booking before you go on board. I'm actually quite tempted to book and pay for the photo pass because I am always the one behind the camera. So obviously I take a lot of photos and video with what I do for a living, but it's always me behind the camera. So all photos of me are kind of selfies, or maybe one I've asked my child to take, so it's all a little bit on the wonk. Actually having professional photos of us all together would be really nice. I've got a wall in my lounge which I'm saving for photos that I've been procrastinating, putting off, finding the right pictures to put on for ages. And I'm really tempted to make like a Disney montage of our family, photos from our trips. So I think that paying for that photo pass might be worth it for us. You're going to need to book parking for while you are on your cruise. This is again something I haven't done yet, but it's very much on my to-do list. And this one is kind of optional, I guess. It depends where you live and how far you're traveling from the port, but you might want to think about booking accommodation for the night before you sail. We have opted to do this because we live in Wales, so obviously nowhere near any of the ports that the Disney Magic is sailing from. I didn't want to get into a situation where we perhaps got stuck in traffic or broke down and were really stressed. We've just booked a really basic, like a Premier Inn, and because we booked it plenty of time in advance, it was not expensive at all, even for the 6 of us. And I think that's well worth it for peace of mind. As my husband said, if the car broke down in the hotel we're staying in near the port, we could literally get a taxi and get on the ship. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Whereas being stuck on the motorway somewhere would mean we literally would miss the boat, which would not be good. Of course, the other benefit of staying the night before is you're kind of boarding the ship a little more refreshed because you're not having to do a big journey before you board. So let me know, are you staying near the port the night before, or do you kind of live close enough that you can just drive up on the day? Following on from my car comment, it's well worth organising a little check over for your car, whether it's due a service, are the tyres okay, just making sure that it's all good to go before you travel so you're not running into complications when you travel. If you're anything like me, since the lockdown, you're barely using the car as much as you used to before, so it's quite easy perhaps not to notice things that you might have noticed previously when you were using the car more. So it's well worth organising a little once over for your vehicle that you plan to use to get you to the port. If you have any pets, you need to organise a pet sitter or kennels just so that they are taken care of while you're on the cruise. And it's also well worth organising some sort of house sitter. We always have someone look after our home whenever we go away. So just make sure someone has got keys to your property. So if anything happened while you're away, they could deal with it and you wouldn't have to ruin your holiday. You need to make sure you've properly organised your travel insurance and that it covers you for all eventualities that may occur during your trip. If you or your family take regular medication, you need to make sure that you have ordered any repeat prescriptions. You've got more than enough medication to take you on the trip and for just after you get back too, just so that you're not stressing. You need to organise all your travel documents. Now, as I said in the packing video, it's well worth having a plastic folder, like a little popper folder is what I tend to use, and just print out everything that you have that's to do with your trip. So print out your parking receipts, your hotel receipts for the night before, all of your documents about your room and your actual trip, any extras you've booked, print it all out and pop it in that folder. As I mentioned in that video, it's also worth saving all of those items in a folder on your phone just in case. You need to make sure you have organised time off work. So if you are employed, then that means notifying your employer, filling in your holiday request forms. If you're self-employed like me, for me that means making sure that I've got all my content ready, scheduled, uploaded, good to go, so it all runs on automation while I'm away, because obviously I won't be doing any work on the computer while I'm away. I will be filming, obviously I'll be vlogging, but there won't be any like work being done, any editing, uploading, writing, all that kind of thing. So I need to make sure, and you need to make sure too, that you've notified any clients that you're going to be away. It's well worth setting up an automated out of office reply so that people know that you are off, on leave, and you will not be contactable during your trip. So you don't need to worry about attempting to access Wi-Fi and things, which by all accounts is quite expensive on the ship, and you can just relax and enjoy your holiday. So how far through organising are you for the trip? Are there any other bits that you think you need to organise before you sail? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it that massive thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload new Disney videos. There are more Disney videos all around me. Select one and I'll see you in that video. Bye!